Hi, I'm Donald McIntyre, Senior Editor at the ETC Cooperative. This is the ETC Proof of Work course, Class 9, The Meaning of Immutability in Proof of Work. In the previous Class 8, we talked about how Proof of Work, POW, promotes basic rights on a global scale. One of the most important features of Proof of Work that guarantees these basic rights is the immutability of the ledger with accounts, balances, and smart contracts. In this Class 9, we will explain the concept of immutability in the blockchain industry and why it is important. The topics that we will touch will be: what is immutability, why immutability must be a core value, immutability of past history, immutability of future history, how Proof of Work guarantees immutability, and that only users control their money, dapps, and assets. What is immutability in Proof of Work blockchains? Immutability means that things don't change over time, or that they are unable to be changed. In the blockchain industry, we could say that accounts, balances, and dapps are unable to be changed by third parties who usually don't have the best interest of users in mind. These third parties may be just thieves who want to steal wealth, corporations or special interests who want to extract value from this wealth, or governments who want to control and direct people's lives and money. On Proof of Work blockchains, the principle of immutability guarantees that addresses, cryptocurrency balances, and dapps will not be changed by third parties. Why immutability must be a core value? Truly decentralized public blockchains, as systems exposed to the environment with no protection other than their internal security, need to have especially strong immutability at the protocol layer. Immutability is not only about directly securing the integrity and continuity of distributed basic rights, as we explained in our previous class, but also includes all the parts and parameters of those blockchains that assure those rights. Immutability is achieved with decentralization, and decentralization is only achieved with a Proof of Work consensus mechanism. Immutability must be a core value in blockchain design so that the risk of damaging the integrity of the database that contains the accounts, balances, and dapps people use is minimized. Immutability of past history. Immutability in a public Proof of Work blockchain may be divided in immutability of the past history or of the future history. Both must be guaranteed. The immutability of past history is enforced by cryptography and blockchain design. If a blockchain uses public key cryptography for users to own and control their accounts and balances, and uses Proof of Work to build blocks, then the immutability of past history is guaranteed by the protocol itself and its internal design. This objective form of guaranteeing immutability and thus security may be called physical layer security. Immutability of future history. When the DAO hard fork that violated immutability in Ethereum happened in 2016, thus making it split from the original chain, ETC, one of the false arguments developers used was the immutability of the chain had not been violated because the change was done looking forward, not backward in time. What they did was that the hacker's account had $50 million one moment and then zero the next. But the past history was not touched. They called this a state change and claimed it did not violate immutability because the history of the hacker's account was not touched. This is why immutability must be a core value in blockchain ecosystems to prevent this kind of trickery. However, Proof of Work systems such as Bitcoin and ETC are so widespread, global, and decentralized that to coordinate a state change that violates future immutability would be practically impossible. This is what is called social layer security. How Proof of Work guarantees immutability. Proof of Work guarantees immutability of both past and future history in two ways. Past history, as each block in Proof of Work blockchains is built using a lot of electricity, computing power, and capital, then to change past history would be enormously onerous to anyone who would want to attack the chain. As time passes by, accounts and balances become even more immutable because to change the history would require all the work to be done again, not only for the block in question, but for all subsequent blocks as well. Future history. Because proof of work guarantees true decentralization on a worldwide basis, then miners and node operators are distributed across many nations, regions, cultures, religions, languages, and jurisdictions, making it extremely difficult to coordinate changes that would violate immutability. Only users control their money, dapps, and assets. When we talk about immutability, we talk about accounts, balances, and decentralized applications being practically impossible to change by third parties. This does not mean that users who are owners of their assets on Bitcoin or ETC will not be able to change their property, move balances, or pay for things. In fact, the only way to change the state of accounts and balances in proof-of-work blockchains is by their owners using their private keys to sign transactions. With the private keys, users can fully control their addresses, cryptocurrencies, other assets, and applications. This is why private key management is so important and such a paradigm change in the financial industry. Thank you for watching this video, ETC Proof of Work course, Class 9, The Meaning of Immutability in Proof of Work. To learn more about Ethereum Classic, please go to ethereumclassic.org. Thank you very much.